Hi everyone, my name is Sahil and I welcome you all at Unacademy. So guys, today's class is going to be very important for our UPSC examination, particularly GS paper number 2, and the topic that we are going to discuss today, it has also been asked in the UPSC mains exam earlier. So let's start with the discussion. So guys, now if you are reading the newspaper, you have come across these particular articles where there's a tussle going on between the government of Delhi and central government. And tussle is that who will control the bureaucracy in the Delhi, who will have executive control on the bureaucracy and civil servants in Delhi. So we can show you the different clippings of the newspapers. So guys, let's discuss about this particular article. And in the past also, in the federal irritants in India, the tussle between the UT of Delhi and central government is quite old one. Now, first of all guys, as we see this particular issue, we have found that almost in all the states which are being ruled by the opposition parties, there is a tussle with the central government. For example, just 2-3 days back, we have seen this thing that in the case of Tamil Nadu, governor, when he was presenting the address, he dropped certain of the references, certain portions of the speech and walked out of the assembly. In the past, there was such tussle in the state of Kerala. So governor versus government controversy is old, but when we talk about the case of Delhi, Delhi Union Territory is different. Let's understand. First of all, guys, we see that all these are the union territories in the context of India. And when we talk about the constitutional provisions of the union territories, we will be able to, by understanding the constitutional provisions, we'll be able to understand this particular topic more clearly. So first of all, let's look in this particular background. So for defining the UTs in India, we have article number 239. Article 239 provides that administration of union territories will directly be carried by the president through the administrators that will be appointed by the president of India. Now, in this particular direction, the amendment came, the 14th Constitutional Amendment Act came in 1962, and within Article 239, Article 239A was added after Article 239, and it was provided that if needed, then the parliament can create local legislatures. If needed, parliament can create local legislature, can also create council of ministers for union territories. And guys, after this particular thing, we have seen this thing that legislatures and council of ministers was created for the union territory of Puducherry. So Puducherry became the first union territory out of all the union territories which will have its own legislature, which will have its own council of ministers. And then guys, moving in this particular direction, so first of all, we should also need to know before moving that what is the basic difference between the state and union territories for prelims examination. So first of all, guys, when we talk about the states, states are the member of a federally, they are the members in the federal polity. We know this thing that we have Schedule 7. In Schedule 7, there is a union list, there is a state list, there is a concurrent list. On the state list, state governments are supreme, fine in most of the circumstances. So we find this thing that the states are active member of federalism, but UTs, they have a unitary relationship with the government because president by their administrators will directly be ruling the union territories. So they are not active member of Indian federalism, but states are. Keep it in your mind. The next thing that we see this particular thing here, guys, that basically states, they have their elected government, and the elected government had power to make laws on the state, but in case of UTs, elected government is not there except in the case of 3 UTs, that is Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir UT will also have, and Puducherry. Okay, then when we talk about the constitutional head, we see this particular thing that in the states, the constitutional head is governor, which is an independent position. But in the case of UTs, when we talk about, they are controlled by president through their administrative head. So in that particular capacity, who is constitutional head over the UTs? It will be president. Why? Because the administrator are appointed and they're acting in the capacity of president's representatives. Okay, now before moving, guys, I would like to tell you about the Unacademy subscriptions. You can enroll in Icon Plus and Iconic courses. and you can use my code Sahil29 to get flat 10% discount. And only one on and we have not one but multiple reasons to join Unacademy. Here you get the widest choice of educators, flexibility to change courses, unlimited views on lectures, dedicated doubt solving sessions, printed notes, end-to-end preparation. Your prelims, mains, interview, all the stages will be taken care of by Unacademy. Then live mentorship and daily answer writing sessions. And guys, free extension week offer is back. You can get now you can get 12-month free extension. You can check out the courses on 12-month, 2-month free extension, on 18-month, 4-month free extension, and likewise on 36 months, 12-month free extension can be availed. You can use again the code Sahil29 to avail this offer. And Arambh batch for UPSC is going to start from January 12, which will be a comprehensive English batch where you get opportunity to get educated by India's top educators. Fine. And all these courses you can avail at 0% EMI option. You can call at this number and my team will guide you through bare minimum formalities. And guys, you can also, now it is the best time that you should test your UPSC CSE preparations, and you can enroll in prelims test series at a very nominal price. Now, coming again back in the topic. So basically guys, we have seen this particular thing that as we talk about the union territories, they share a different relation with the union because they are directly controlled by the agents of the president administrator. We have some more articles also in this particular line. For example, article number 240. So article 240 specifically gives power to the president of India, that president can make the regulations for the peace, progress and good governance of the UTs. Okay. Article 241 also you should know, if we are talking about UTs, Parliament by law can constitute a high court for union territories. Okay. Now, only NCT of Delhi, basically National Capital Territory of the NCT of Delhi has the separate high court. Now, moving on guys. So as we are now talking about the tussle going on in Delhi. First of all, constitutional provisions with respect to the Union Territory of Delhi. We have Article 239AA. As per Article 239A, UT, Union Territory of Delhi, has been given the special status, National Capital Territory. It has been provided a legislative assembly of 70 members. It has also been provided basically a 7-member council of ministers, which will be taking decisions in the context of Delhi. Now, at the same time guys, Article 239AB is also there with the context of Delhi. It provides that president can suspend the operation of any provision of Article 239A, any provision, if there is the failure of constitutional machinery. If government of Delhi is not able to adhere with constitutional provisions, Article 239A's application can be restricted. Now, as we talk about guys, Article 239AA, you also need to understand one particular thing, that it has been provided that the Union Territory of Delhi will be administered by the Lieutenant Governor, who will be appointed by the president, and that Lieutenant Governor has to act on the aid and advice of the elected legislative assembly. So as in the state, there is the governor who has to act on the aid and advice of the Council of Minister and Chief Minister. In the same way, Lieutenant Governor has to act on aid and advice of the Council of Minister, clearly provided in Article 239AA. Moreover, one more important thing that you need to keep it in your mind before moving is that Legislative Assembly of Delhi can make laws on all the subjects of state list except 3: public order, police and land. Except these 3, they can make law on all the subjects. Now, moving on guys. Basically, when we talk about the Lieutenant Governor, we find this particular thing that Lieutenant Governor's position has always been a source of contention, a source of tussle, because Lieutenant Governor in his own capacity, in his own discretions, have tried to take many administrative executive decisions, and Delhi government says that they are overreaching their power. This particular thing has happened. Now, the Constitution of India, first of all, clearly provides that if there is any difference of opinion on any matter in the Council of Minister and Lieutenant Governor, then that particular matter can be referred to the President of India. And in that particular capacity, the decisions will be taken, basically in such a case, they will be bound to implement the decision which has been taken excuse me by the President of India. Okay, so any matter can be referred by LG to the President if there is a difference of opinion, and that matter will be then be decided by President, and whatever President says, that thing is to be implemented. So there is a dual control, and often disputes are there. For example, guys, in the past disputes have been there on the matter of anti-corruption bureau, on civil services disputes have been there, which now we are going to discuss. Okay, these disputes have been there, and in the recent times what dispute has been there is on bureaucracy, that who will control bureaucracy. Now first of all, guys, when we talk about the lieutenant governor, technically I have told you that on these three subjects only they can make the law, but at the same time the cadre controlling authority for the matters of all India service and in the matters of DANIX, that is Delhi, Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep, Daman and Diu, and Dadar and Nagar Haveli civil services. So in the matters of all India services, in the matters of DANIX, these bureaucrats, the civil servants here, will be controlled by the center government. Now what has happened, guys, every department there will be the bureaucracy. There will be the, now either there will be the all India service officers in certain departments, in some other departments there will be the DANIX officers that will be there. Now the point is that basically as the power with respect to their transfer, their suspension, all these kind of things are being exercised by union government, by central government, it can virtually control the all the bodies that are operating in Delhi. So it has been provided that by being in virtue of control of bureaucracy, they can take action against any employee of the Delhi government, and because of this particular thing they virtually hold control over all the departments. Now Delhi government has provided that this particular thing is like the king with a kingdom. Delhi government, they have been given authority to rule, but how they'll rule if the bureaucracy is not there in their control? It has been provided that today if Delhi government has to appoint the officers such as a health secretary or a commerce secretary, they have to take approval from LG, and if LG doesn't approve, they cannot appoint these officers. And it has been provided that if they don't have bureaucracy in their own hand, their collective responsibility cannot be upheld. Fine, their collective responsibility cannot be upheld. This thing has been provided. Now, center government has provided that if we take the examples around the union territories across the world, we find this particular thing that the national capitals, they are under control of central government only because of the strategic reasons, and because of this particular thing only basically bureaucracy is under the control of center. Now Delhi government had said that because Delhi government doesn't have authority over the bureaucrats have shown insubordination. For example, they are skipping the meetings, they are not implementing the orders which have been passed by Delhi government, and there is a kind of a culture of impunity that has been developed. Impunity means that whatever they do, they'll not be punished. Okay, so therefore their control needs to be given in the hands of the Delhi government, but central government has rejected all these complaints. They say there are no such cases that they have shown unsubordination. Now basically, guys, it has been provided that when we talk about article 239 AA, in the article 239A, clearly it vests the power in the administrator to express his or her disagreement and refer the matter to the president. Okay, so every matter can be referred to president. Okay, and even the day-to-day matters in past has been referred to president. Now what is the logic then having the government, elected government? It is violating the federal principles. Union government has been given more and more power. Now, as this particular tussle is going on, the matter has reached to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is hearing this particular matter, and even Chief Justice of India has provided this particular thing yesterday that logically the control of bureaucracy should be in the hand of Delhi government. It has been provided that basically such kind of tussles should not be there, because these kind of tussles, it disrupts the normal government machinery. A lot of productive time is wasted, a lot of productive resources are wasted, and such kind of tussles always, because of that particular thing, governance will be compromised. It slows down the developmental activities. Moreover, it also threatens the principle of cooperative federalism. The center and the state needs to act as a team. These kind of things have been there. Now guys, because of such kind of a matters, again a new demand has been, now this demand is not new, demand has been in the past, but again and again demand is raised that we need to give a full statehood to Delhi, because there are a lot of limitations on Delhi. Those three subjects of police, law and order, and land, state government cannot make a law. Bureaucracy is not there in control, but the population of the union territory of Delhi is the highest amongst all the national capitals that we have. Okay, this is the region. Now basically it has been provided that giving full statehood will give many of the benefits on Delhi. For example, the statehood will bring the complete control under one umbrella, and these tussles will not be there, will ultimately be helping in easing governance. It will make the elected government more accountable to the people of India. Now, because of these particular tussles, we have seen in the past that often guys, for example, in civic matters, okay, the ruling government, okay, the earlier government, okay, we have seen this particular thing that different governments are pushing the matter on each other. Okay, so full accountability will be there. Now guys, understand this particular thing, that today when we talk about the government of Delhi, they need to provide many basic civic services to their people. For example, housing, water, electricity, transport, these needs are to be addressed, but often the important institutions are not in the control of the elected government of Delhi. For example, they don't have control over Delhi Development Authority, DDA, Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Directly the elected legislative assembly don't have the control on that. It hinders the effective allocation of land resources. Basic civic services are compromised. They don't reach to the government. They don't reach to the people. Moreover, as full statehood is being asked and all these benefits have been said that these benefits will come if full statehood status will be given, but at the same time there are arguments against as well. It has been said that there is a logical case that much power cannot be given to a government of Delhi. Strategic reasons have been given. For example, when we talk about guys, headquarters of intelligence agency, security apparatus, the seat of the government, it is in Delhi. There is also a huge diplomatic corps. Many of the embassies are in Delhi. Their safety security needs to be given in the hands of union government. Okay. Moreover, it has also been provided that it is where all state governments have a direct stake. Fine. So therefore, union government should be given a more control in union territory. Even if we see international examples, the Washington DC, it has no elected government, only a mayor is there. So the point is that in the matters of the national capitals, more power needs to be vested in the union government for strategic purposes. Okay. Moreover, it has also been provided that giving the statehood to the Delhi might also lead to many other problems also. Critical infrastructure, parliament, presidential estate, embassies, their maintenance will be impacted. Okay. Now, basically guys, as this particular tussle I have told you is now on bureaucracy, but in past this tussle was also there between the state and between the Delhi government and between the union government, and this particular tussle was with respect to that who has a greater say in governance of Delhi, lieutenant governor or the chief minister and council of minister. Now what has happened? Actually, in the past it has been seen that lieutenant governor has referred even the day-to-day matters to the president of India and has waited for president's approval in this particular direction. And by that matter, the Delhi government, Legislative Assembly of Delhi, got completely bypassed. Okay, now this matter reached to Supreme Court and the judgment was given by Supreme Court, that is NCT of Delhi versus Union of India judgment of 2018. And in this particular judgment, the first thing that has been provided by Supreme Court is that Lieutenant Governor is not interested with independent decision making power. Any decision that has to be taken by LG, it should be in concurrence with the elected government. Secondly, it has been said that LG cannot refer any matter to President of India. Only important matters should be referred to President. Other matters should be given to the Delhi government. They will decide on that particular thing. Moreover, LG has to employ constitutional objectivity. Okay, constitutional objectivity, only those matters which will have far reaching implications on constitution, those matters should be referred to president, and only in rarest of the rare case the matter should be referred to the president. Other matters need to be left with the government of Delhi only. LG's concurrence is not needed in every matter. There can be certain matters where LG and Delhi government might have difference of opinion. In those matters, Delhi government can go as per their own assessment. You not need to have LG's concurrence in every matter. Now, after that, what happened? Recently, government came out with the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Act. In this particular act, actually what has happened, all these particular matters have been nullified. Now Supreme Court judgment, I told you, Supreme Court judgment reduced the scope of LG's powers, gave a lot of autonomy to the elected government of Delhi. But what happened in the Government of NCT Act 2021, number one, it was provided the discretionary power to is there with the LG even in matters where Legislative Assembly of Delhi is empowered to make law. So discretionary powers scope is increased, and secondly, it has been said that the expression government will mean Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. So we see that clearly central government has tried to bypass the Legislative Assembly of Delhi, elected government of Delhi, which goes against the spirit of NCT of Delhi versus Union of India, case 2018. Is it clear or not? Moreover, it makes that it is mandatory for the government to obtain opinion of LG on all the matters before any executive action can be taken. Now, if you see the if you see the judgment of 2018, in this judgment it has been provided that LG's concurrence is not needed in every matter. But Act of 2021 made them liable that they have to take their recommendation. Okay. Moreover, Legislative Assembly shall not make any rule to regulate the matters of day-to-day administration. Okay, in that matter also LG has been given power. Now we have seen this as it goes against the 2018 judgment, it goes against the spirit of cooperative federalism. Moreover, it has been seen that the elected government has been made powerless, Now, the same kind of matter is now going on in the present context. If you see in present context what is happening, the key matter to be decided is who will control bureaucracy. As of now, central government is having control. Now Delhi government wants they should be getting control. Matter has reached to Supreme Court. Okay. Earlier also, who will have the authority in the matters of decision making, LG or Chief Minister? The matter was decided in favor of elected government, but government through the GNCT Act of 2021 nullified that particular matter. So now we need to see that what finally is going to happen. As of now, the matter is sub judice, matter is still going on. So guys, we need to track this particular development, and as the final verdict will come, we'll again see this particular matter to update it. So this is guys the entire development with respect to the UT of Delhi, this particular present tussle and all such kind of a thing. Now, what can be way forward in such kind of issues? So first of all guys, we need to understand that there is a need of a better political culture that supports powerful local government in the national capital, because local government can raise local issues, can provide better governance to the local people. Moreover, when we talk about the principle of subsidiarity, now understand this particular thing. Principle of subsidiarity clearly provides this particular thing, that a degree of independence is to be given to a local authority. Okay, though local authority will be subsidiary, but still they have to be given autonomy, they have to be given power. Now, when we see certain international examples, how internationally this matter has been dealt, so we have a mix of both. For example, Washington DC and Canberra. Washington DC US and Canberra Australia. So here we see this thing that municipal corporations powers are curtailed by federal government, and the similar case is there in the Canberra. But at the same time, if we take the example of London and Germany and Canada, here we see that the local bodies have been given substantial power. So Greater London Authority has a mayor and 25 members who have been given independent powers to appoint their staff. Okay, so on bureaucracy in London, independent power has been given to the local bodies. Here in Germany and Canada also, considerable autonomy has been given to the local bodies. So guys, this particular matter needed to be solved immediately by the judiciary, and whatever decision comes, both the government at the level of union as well as at the level of UT, Delhi government, need to respect that particular decision in its spirit. So that is all guys about this particular topic. I hope that you have understood it, and with this we come to an end to this particular session. Guys, I hope that you have understood, and I hope that you have liked the video. If you have liked, please do hit the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel if you have not done. Thank you so much.